getting a tent and bringing it over here.
That would be
I
hot.
have it in my trunk.
I have one in my trunk too.
And actually,
Do we all have a tent in our trunk?
When I was at work.
Actually, before Occupy, I always carried a tent in my trunk just for earthquakes.
You've never once.
Yeah. Or you never know when you're gonna split, right?
Finish your study. Finish your study.
It was funny because I hugged someone and they're like, oh, you give a true hug, and I'm like, damn right, I'm from the south.
yeah.
Hi y'all, sorry about the commercials.
Buy shit.
Buy shit.
Buy something.
You want to grab a tent out of my trunk to set it up?
I always try to stay off camera.
Well, you know what? I felt bad because I don't feel like I gave her like
I
a
just thought it'd be something to do.
No.
I'm not good at setting up tents, but I'm totally supported. I'll film it.
She
Like,
says she want a full hug.
No, I said I didn't. I feel like I didn't give you a full hug. Wait, I have here.
There you go.
Here's my.
Preparation.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a hug demonstration. We need some padding and some.
You want a hug too?
I do too. I do too.
See?
I do too. I do too. I do too.
Thanks to my sister who hugged me.
Hey, there's hug MB, hug MB. Hey, he wanted a hug.
Not on the camera.
No hugs on camera. I'm chasing you with the camera.
That was nice having such a great dad.
I'm filming them.
Bear hugs all the time.
You can't tell who they are from here, so it's cool, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm not
we're
against live stream.
we're discussing live stream best practices. Do you have any advice for live stream best practices?
Can you distinguish between who wants to be on camera and who does not want to?
Some people give me dirty looks.
So just film. There's a whole bunch of people that want to be on camera
Yeah.
and film them. And then here's the real catch.
Uh huh.
Film the police every time.
Oh, I do. I film them close up and everything.
Every time.
Did you hear that, officer? I'd film your ass.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because it's the Supreme Court, so you can film the police.
The Supreme Court said I can film the police.
Mhm.
Well, I don't really need the Supreme Court's permission to film the police.
Well, we'll see you.
Bye.
All right.
Finally get to see you, and
I
I'm
liked
leaving.
your article a lot.
Oh,
Your Grayburian
Yeah.
versus.
That was a good. That was a good article. Yeah, it was
Really?
good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, those dudes
That's
are
a
up to
whole
some shit, and they needed to be. Someone needs to check them because I was googling around. And I found that
That was a great article.
between the two of them, 9 million references to Hedges and Graber on the internet.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And you're
those
just like,
dudes
cut it out,
are-
guys.
Yeah,
Like,
This is the de facto leadership that's emerging in the
Yeah, but you
overall
can't-
meta
you
movement.
can't-
oh shit, a leader. Oh fuck.
and a pact, literally a blood pact with
Right.
people, starting from a point of disagreement. It doesn't make any sense.
I like your emphasis on,
Just go like that and be over with it.
just thinking about it strategically and tactically, and that's.
Yeah.
These ideas don't have any reference unless we're talking about them in an actual context.
Exactly, about what we're going to do, and especially about the neighborhood that we're going to do it in.
Did you make them into isms too?
Yeah, Hedgians and Graybarians. 'Cause that's
Oh, okay.
Sort of, that's how they.
Ians and
That's how the history
isms.
books will
Yeah,
look
Yeah.
yeah, they're going to look at that and they're going
And
to be like.
people need to realize this is some historic-ish,
Yeah, yeah, and this is.
You can say shit.
Right?
It's okay.
Hedges was calling people cancer.
I give you
Graber-
permission.
Graber should have known better not to call people police, though. He was
He's a narc.
playing a game.
I saw him.
No, he's not. Really?
here, Lance. I'm cold.
If you're a narc, then you should totally.
He looks like a narc. Look at
Listen, you are all becoming valuable intelligence assets as we go.
Oh, yeah.
along.
Well, I'm informing the cops right now. I am a police informant.
Every time she screams,
And, like, I know one of you is a cop, and what's funny is
John's a narc.
that shit has got to be so fucking boring day in and day out to have to watch these live streams. I feel for you.
Well, maybe it's OccuPorn to them. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
they.
they're like, God, why did I get this desk
Hard
job?
enough.
This is the worst desk job I've ever had.
Would they rather be in the SUV following us? Like, which job is better?
My friend's dog with him, and I see a hot guy. I'm like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Get away from me.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, and hopefully now that you're
did like
back,
it.
you can start to develop the dialogue that we all need to have with each other, which is like,
what am I willing to do? No, what is Gia wearing for her wedding day? That's what is Gia wearing? You know what I'm saying? Though? Joe's my bridesmaid. We gotta have that conversation. What are we willing to do if shit goes down? You know, like, you know, how do we deal with it? And how do we make sure no one goes to jail? That's my only point. No one should have to go to jail.
I think that I think that gradually people are gonna. I mean, at least I really want to go to Oakland. I haven't been there, but just reading around it and stuff. Like, I would hope that people would. They would push for more. I mean, there's a place for like mass demonstrations and making things that are available, like where you can have like a safe zone, or a green zone or something, and be like, we're gonna have a big march with like the families.
I heard it's out here and around to the right somewhere else.
On some holiday or whatever, people are able to come out and make it. And there's that stuff is powerful too. Just being able, and then whoever's gonna subvert it, they can go and plan to subvert the whole thing and go do whatever autonomous actions they were going to do anyway, and then you have a big crowd. That helps out a lot.
Yeah, but
Scott,
what you don't want to do is put people at risk of arrest that have a lot more to lose than you do.
But the anti-globalization, movement kind of figured out some of these things like green zone, yellow zone, red zone kind of stuff. Like, you gotta you gotta strategically plan it out so that there is a component to it.
If we keep drinking, we're gonna have to occupy.
You can't. There's a lot of.
I think we should do that. As soon as he gets all this shit out of here, we should take the building.
We should do what?
As soon as he gets all this shit out of here, we should take the building.
Is this a protest against the art, the commodification of art? Because Jill and I were discussing that
and we have a plan.
How the arts are corrupted by money.
To have a plan with you.
So is this where we have to be clear on what we're protesting?
I know. We're planning our wedding.
Can I collab with Shepard Fairey and like?
If it really any other topic, I probably would completely agree with you, but I'm biased. Too late.
So is it cool that
that's what we're doing?
Yeah, is that cool?
It's not
even if he gives us a little sliver.
It's a platform for disparate affinities.
I don't know. I don't have the answer. Because I'm an artist, so I don't really have the answer.
So when
everything that you say is gold.
But you know what?
When I first learned of the cover, it was before everybody else knew.
When you what?
When I first learned about the cover, it was before everyone else knew. So there were a lot of discussions about what was appropriate and what was not appropriate.
It's not the kind of discussion that I want. I just want to know, like.
I have to say that I didn't agree with the decision not to export the picture.
Yeah.
So, let's make sure we stay out of each other's
I think we need $500,000 for our legal cases.
That's a hard decision to make, though.
Wasn't my decision to make.
Yeah.
But that was my opinion.
Well, actually,
that was my opinion.
Well, it was brought to the GA, though.
It was brought to the GA months, weeks and weeks
after. Yeah.
With the decisions about how to handle it were made 2 weeks before
whatever, and it's like rather than like.
So who made those decisions?
There's going to be this wing that doesn't take voting for Obama off the
And I think these decisions were made outside of Sarah's.
Well, I feel really, really like yucky about everything that Sarah went through with the media and everything. And then that kind of got amplified onto the social media community, where we kind of got stuck in an ugly position because there was an ugly debate with the social media committee because we put the photos up on Facebook. We put both photos. We put the Shepard Fairey and the photographer. And there was someone who was not Sarah. I don't know how Sarah felt about it exactly. I think she was upset about her personal information being exposed by the media. I think LA Weekly particularly. But there was a friend of hers who suddenly decided that social media was evil because we put Sarah's photo on our Facebook.
What the diversity of
tactics kind of. But my position was that if we have to ask permission to put Sarah's photo up, which you can't even tell Sarah, then we have to ask permission for everyone's photo. So I don't know, if we did the right thing or we didn't do the right thing. I just think that it's a broader principle where if we have to ask Sarah's permission, we have to ask everyone's permission. And
I'm listening.
It got nasty and ugly, and
My position was a little bit different than that. My position was, those are pictures of Sarah, whether Shepherd Fairies fuck with them or not, and you shouldn't insult them because it's Sarah. That was my position.
We shouldn't insult who?
That they were depictions of her. They shouldn't be attacked.
But we didn't attack them.
People did on the list, on the Facebook list.
On the Facebook?
And I got very upset when that happened. And another beer, I won't be able to handle it at all. So
Yeah.
way too many coordinated motions at once.
Yeah, but then we go into the whole freedom of speech issue. Like, what do we censor? What do
I don't
we?
think you should censor anything,
But do we not put the picture up?
No, I agree with putting the pictures.
Do
up,
we
but I put
do we
them
ask
all over.
permission? Do we ask like?
No, you don't have to ask.
See, but that's what Sarah's friend who caused all the shit with social media and turned all this group of people against social media said
That
his.
wasn't Sarah's position.
No, I don't. I don't know what Sarah's position was because I mean I only talked to Sarah about the conversation I had with her was about how her privacy had been invaded, and that's not what we did. We just put the picture up. That's all we did.
She was aware of how much her privacy was going to be invaded before the picture was published.
Yeah.
And there were long discussions.
Yeah,
She was
but
quite
I
aware.
mean, but I think
But no matter
one
what
cannot
anybody-
imagine how that would feel though. Before it happens, you cannot imagine. I cannot imagine.
She had trouble imagining it. I agree
Yeah.
with you, but one can imagine it.
Yeah.
She was well prepped.
Because I'm personally having a problem with like my name being too well known and people like talking about me who don't know me, like just inside of the movement. I don't know you. You don't know me. Why are you saying that about me? It's not true. And that's just at a smaller scale, and that disturbs me greatly. I don't know how it must feel for her, to have her personal information distributed on a wider scale.
And a lot of it, I think, feeds into the type of personality of the. There's some people that don't mind that at all. She happens
Yeah.
to be very private,
Uh-huh.
and particularly,
Yeah.
I want to say demure even about.
Well, I mean,
about all
even
this
like knowing that I had 25,000 people watching me live stream one day, that freaked me out. Like 25,000 people know my name, like that was scary to me. And
stuff. It was scary to her.
huh?
It was scary to her.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I feel like,
But I was in favor of her doing the circuit of talk show hosts. And
I would have.
and
I would
send
have.
a message to the.
I would have.
What was going on. And that was what I advocated for, but that wasn't what she wanted. And she's
Yeah.
a principled person.
But I think it's great that she didn't. I think it's probably better that she didn't. But I would have done it, and I don't think that would have been good for me.
I don't think it was a better question. I think that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
She's a person of her convictions, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah. Well,
Clear in her mind.
I
Not
admire
clear.
her for that decision.
Yeah, I'm not that clear. I'm more fuzzy about that.
Yeah. I would have done it, and then I would have gone, oh fuck, why did I do it? I think even still I would do it.
We've done a whole bunch of really horrible things attacking each other,
Yeah.
and that's really the underlying problem.
Yeah, we really have. We really we need to work on that love and acceptance shit that's in the principle of solidarity. Somebody had quoted that on one of the arguments on Facebook or some discussion about love and acceptance. I'm like, oh, where's that from? Yeah. Oh, that's the principles of solidarity. I'm like, really? We should stop saying it and start doing it because there's a lot of hard feelings between people here.
Yeah, when I got attacked for putting some words about Sarah up, I got attacked pretty brutally, both on the list and then with personal emails.
Well, I didn't know about that. What?
And I was pretty fucked up for probably 2.5 weeks. I mean, really, really, really violent personal attacks
Yeah.
that I really just expressed what I thought about Sarah because
Uh-huh.
I think those are pictures of Sarah. I don't care what you say. I know them to be that, as a matter of fact.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they are. I know them to be that.
Yeah.
And that's
But-
just my opinion.
I don't know, but when I look at those pictures, I don't really see Sarah so much. I see myself. Like, look, that's a picture of me. Like I see myself there. Like I was on Time magazine's cover.
When you did the two next to each other and you put them up, that became my Facebook page.
Yeah.
I only recently took it down.
Yeah. Well, I had the Time magazine one.
It was the double, the original next to
Yeah.
the bottom
But
next to the.
but I really see myself in both the photograph and even more so in the Time magazine cover. It was like, wow, twice I've been on the cover of Time magazine.
What was the other?
when they put the mirror because it was for the internet thing. But this one was like even more important. Like, wow, I participated in history. That's me, and I'm probably not the only person who sees myself in that.
I think that was Sarah's opinion, is that is a protester, not me. In my opinion,
Yeah,
that is Sarah. I don't
yeah.
know what you say.
Well, I've talked to Sarah about that too. Because I sat down with Sarah and Craig and had this conversation, and I said, we need to talk about this because it was upsetting to the social media committee. We talked about it for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Craig, when he types, gets very angry. And
He
says things
seems
that he would
okay
never
in
say.
person.
He would never.
He seems okay in person.
The reason Craig is a player there is because Sarah, Craig, and I hung out for the first 5 weeks pretty much together.
Uh huh.
And I guess he moved into a little different clique, and he became very angry in his writing. He's a really good writer, but he became
Yeah.
very angry in his writing.
Well, he's always been cynical. From the chat before Pershing Square, because we were in chat for 3 days before Pershing Square, and he was like pretty cynical there too.
I didn't read any of that.
Yeah.
But that's the way that he writes, but that isn't the way he talks.
Uh huh.
When you're live, it's a different kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know him that much in person, but I mean, I did talk to him at Riverside, and he seemed all right. And I've talked to him a couple other times.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I don't know him though. Like I
Just
don't.
one time, he's mean.
I don't. But everyone's mean. That's why I stopped the listserv. That's why I stopped like that the private Facebook group, because everyone's so mean online, and I can't handle it. I can't take it.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, especially after the Riverside, because I haven't really gone
What was
to
the Riverside?
the UC Regents. Yeah, I haven't really gone to a lot of actions, but I think our walk was one of the first actions I went to, and 2 people got arrested, and that was just like, oh, I'm gonna go practice live streaming and see smart. I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be calm and peaceful and easy, and then
That was the plan. It didn't go that way.
yeah, and then so then I think the next action I went to after that was Riverside, which was like really scary.
Well, that was planned to be a violent event, right?
I didn't know that. I just college protest. Let's go.
That's a volatile environment. The artwork was supposed to be peaceful.
Yeah. I don't know, but anyway, it was like it was a really good experience streaming. I
We
really
do a lot of damage to each other when we vilify each other.
yeah.
When the most disparate of us, like we're all on the same rope pulling relatively in the same direction, and all of us have more in common with our opponents. All of us have more in common with each other than we do with our opponents by miles. And that's what people
Absolutely.
are failing
Yeah,
to grasp.
absolutely.
And if you take your ally and you vilify them and you destroy them and you incapacitate them, you're weakening the movement.
Yeah. Well, I think I was gone for like a month.
Yeah, well,
I think it's been a month.
you're
Like I
talking
haven't
about being
been
up
showing
at
up.
Riverside, and Sergio is one of the most. Craig is kind of upfront with what he writes, but Sergio is a little bit more surgical, and he does a tremendous amount of damage by vilifying people that are basically on the same rope pulling with him in the same direction without any real dialogue. And it's a real dangerous thing for the movement to have factionalization and sectarianism.
Yeah,
This is the kind of
definitely.
stuff that's destroyed the left for my whole life.
Yeah.
And he's not old enough to understand that.
Uh-huh.
That he chased more people away with him and Craig and Ruth chased more people away in one month of blogging than we have participated today.
If I could have left the movement, if that was possible, I would have. But last week I was very clearly told I cannot, and it wasn't an order, it was a fact.
Yeah, well, you try and then you can't get your car and you can't.
I can't.
How many times did I walk away from the GA, never coming back again?
Yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, but I think it was good to take a break and walk away, and I think my heart was really broken.
My heart is still really broken.
I think that's I think that's what it was. It was a heartbreak when people started talking shit about me, and even more that they were vilifying my friends.
First personal attacks.
Yeah.
Not arguing on information or basis of fact or truth, just making it.
Yeah. And I don't even remember what was said or who said what or what they said, especially about me. I don't remember what they said about me. But everything they said about me, I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. Like, everything you're saying is...
There's a big political trick that you don't read the dialogue underneath the article. You know, people put comments.
Uh-huh.
You never, ever read the comments.
Yeah.
You never, ever read the comments. Politicians never, ever read the comments. They might have staff that does it, but they don't ever do it.
Yeah.
Because it crushes you.
Yeah.
You can't continue to go on if you think that there's a population of people, there's a whole community of people that are opposed to you.
Mic check! Sarah Mason has requested the presence of fellow occupiers.
All right, here we come.
Thank you.
Come on. Brian, come on. Wow, it's warm back here. I'm gonna chop feet and come back.